Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. Now in this video we have a very intriguing topic. Now as you guys probably know, Xbox exists. Now Xbox has been kind of like a really big polarizing subject when it comes to the console itself, the Xbox organization itself, and basically the big competition between PlayStation. Now as you guys probably also know too as well, the PlayStation 5 Pro has been very heavily rumored to be coming out maybe potentially this year, like by the end of this year if everything goes well, but we haven't had official confirmation from Sony and PlayStation so far. But a lot of people are kind of curious on what's going on with Xbox. Is Xbox like done? I've made a few of those like kind of like crazy videos where it's like, oh no, Xbox gone forever, which whenever I make those videos, there actually is a little bit of merit to it, especially with the most recent news coming out, which we may want to make a video on in the near future, so subscribe for that. But basically, Xbox has not been doing the best. PlayStation has been getting a lot more market share, and right now it's kind of intriguing on what's going to actually happen with Xbox to compete with PlayStation. We have Game Pass, they have Call of Duty, they have like some other things in the works, they're doing publishing, etc. But the console-to-console war, what is going on with that? And right now we're actually kind of seeing that there is going to be a brand new claim of a new Xbox Series X Pro or a Xbox Series X refresher, and as well, don't forget there is an upcoming white Xbox Series X. So let's go talk about all this kind of brand new stuff that Xbox might be cooking on up, and I want to hear your thoughts and comments on everything down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We do have the Twitter and Twitch room down below too as well, and I just appreciate you guys all so much for existing. I love you guys. What's up? Hello. So let's go dive on in. So as I mentioned, we've been kind of seeing a lot of rumors when it comes to PS5 Pro. Good specs, GPU update, CPU a little bit slacking. It's probably going to be the best machine out there to go and play everything on the PlayStation, and also maybe things like GTA 6 and upcoming PlayStation games. Xbox has kind of been more pushing towards the publishing side for Activision games, pushing their games to PlayStation, and obviously a lot of people have PCs, so they're like, hey, we can play any game we want to on PC, just play on whatever, rocking on out. But that's why things are a little bit on the difficult side, because people are concerned on how Xbox can go and match. We usually do have a one-to-one. When it comes to the PlayStation and Xbox, they launch within a few days of each other. Prior consoles, same exact thing. And typically, whenever there's been a mid-console refresh, like a mid-generation refresher, we've usually kind of seen them mashing each other pretty well. But right now, this is like the first time. We actually may not see them actually matching on a one-to-one basis. Now, once again, this is not confirmed, but right now the PlayStation 5 is rumored to be the end of this year. Not confirmed, we don't know. But spec coming out, consoles coming out, like production numbers coming out, etc. Could be 2025 still, could still be 2024. Same with the Switch too. Like we know it's in the works, we know it's coming soon. We don't know exactly when, where, how, and what though. But right now we're seeing some brand new leaks claiming that the next Xbox console will be launching in 2025, which is still quite a bit ways away. We're only a baby bit into the 2024 season, and if it comes out even holiday season or at any point randomly throughout 2026, this is gonna be maybe even 2 years, maybe getting close to 3 years away, depending on the time scale they pick. And this could lead to a lot of problems. A new claim from a Call of Duty data miner suggests that the next Call of Duty console could launch as soon as 2026. The console would also feature that year's Call of Duty as a launch title. So think like a cool bundle or cool combination and be like, hey, buy our brand new Xbox Series X Pro or next Xbox console. You'll be able to go run Call of Duty at the best frames you can, maybe even GTA with the best frames you can, and go from there. So now we're seeing like very repertoire reports saying, hearing from trusted sources, the next Xbox is planned to be released in late 2026, so most likely holiday season 2026, around 2.5 years from now, if anything. The Ghost of Hope wrote, very likely that the upcoming Call of Duty 2026 game is a day one release for it. Which is a lot of breakdown into this comment. Call of Duty 2026 is being developed by Infinity Ward. It's also worth noting that Ghost of Hope has sources within Activision, which is where his information is coming from in the first place. So basically, it's like a pretty big leaker. They've had a lot of like grounds all around here, and they know what's up. And they have had a play pretty like somewhat well-receptive comment, basically saying that Call of Duty will probably be a day one for the upcoming Xbox console. Now, we have been seeing some stuff. Like we've seen the brand new Xbox Series X White Edition, and that is going to be a somewhat refresher where it's a disc-less edition, a slightly better hard drive, and just an overall better console. And this has kind of been in the works, but we're expecting like a Pro or like a Pro iteration or next generation, and that's where I think a lot of people are looking forward to. This has been almost like this one is a somewhat combination or they want to maybe have the same Xbox, they want to have a slightly better Wi-Fi, additional thing, maybe a slightly cheaper price because you don't have the disk drive, so you're saving money, technically, and of course, better Wi-Fi, and then a slightly better PSU, making it less power consumption, and overall just a more efficient console. That's kind of like from the initial Brooklyn leaks, and we're going to have to see exactly what comes on out throughout these overall consoles. But at the same time, this is a technically refresher, but this is not we're basically waiting for a brand new console. And this is what this claim is meant to be. This is probably be like an Xbox Series X Pro, or an Xbox like maybe Series 2 or Series 3 or whatever really weird name they come with, because they've always come up with some pretty weird Xbox names. Like they've had some pretty strange names throughout the years. But either way, it's kind of interesting to note that we've seen this. Saying that Microsoft has gone on record multiple times in saying that the next generation Xbox console would be coming. An episode of the official Xbox podcast in February, Xbox President Xbox Sarah Bond said that the company was excited about what's coming with future Xbox hardware. And we've also been seeing other things out there. So besides just seeing this pure white Xbox Series X, which is not what this leak is talking about, but it should be coming soon. So if you guys do want to get an Xbox, you may see some tweets, maybe around the summertime, because we have the summer game showcase from Xbox. That does seem to be more of an annual thing. They'll probably mention this and talk about this because these have been leaked images and leaked things from like government bodies and everything else. And this is cool. Like I'd maybe consider buying it. And it's very, very similar to the PS5 Slim, where it's most of the same thing, slightly better specs, slightly better memory, no disk drive, maybe a slightly cheaper point. Some people are assuming maybe $450. But the one big thing to note is we've also been hearing other things. To the point of Xbox apparently might be working on another handheld device, similar to the fact that we've seen a PlayStation 5 PSP, like a PSP 2 coming out. We made a video on that before if you guys want to creep on the channel, but like it's intriguing to go and see, you know, because we're seeing brand new consoles in the works. And Xbox One to maybe have a mobile device. Think about how well the Steam Deck, Lenovo Go, Switch even has done. And if they can also integrate that with the Game Pass, why not? But as well, they've also been hearing other random various things of updated Series S's and X's, as we mentioned throughout the video, and of course a Xbox Series X Pro. It's been kind of tall, like teeter-tottery. Some people have been assuming it will happen. Some people are assuming that it's not going to be 100%, and we just have to wait to go and see. But I do think there probably will be a Pro. If PlayStation 5 has a Pro, why would Xbox not? And although the sales have not been as good in comparison to Xbox, well, they're still they're still relevant. They're still selling stuff. We'll have to go and see. They're saying we're also invested in the next generation roadmap, which would mean to an Xbox Series X Pro. She said, what we're really focused on there is delivering the largest technical leap you have ever seen in a hardware generation, which makes it better for players and better for creators in the visions that they're building. Basically saying like, yeah, we might be maybe a little bit behind PlayStation. We might take an extra year or two to go get our console out, but you're going to probably see a way bigger comparison to the PS5 Pro, which is kind of music to my ears. I'm a PC guy. I think even whatever this Xbox Pro is going to be made, I think my current PC is better. Not to be like a down sayer against Xbox. I love Xbox. I want them to make this. I'd be down. I'm sure people would buy it. But one of the bigger things is that, like, right now, I have a 3080 Ti. My PC is probably better. Like, that's just a good card, good CPU, and I'm sure it'll still be even relevant towards them. But I like the idea of them still making new stuff. Like, I don't want to see them completely go and stop competing against PlayStation, because that's when Sony just goes evil. Like, you know, like, if you don't have competition in the ecosystem, then you get nothing to compete against, and it makes things a lot harder. So this is nice to see that there's going to be a huge technical upgrade. We discussed this thing maybe in a prior video, but also pretty much confirming that it might be in existence. It might be being worked on. It might be being done. So in April, and I think we made a video on this, according to an internal email, she reiterated the company was moving full forward ahead on their next upcoming system. As far as the timeline for the next-gen console goes, it was discovered as part of the case investigation, a Microsoft purchase of Activision that would be the belief was that the next-gen console for both Microsoft and Sony wouldn't be coming until 2028. So maybe just completely excluding out like the Pro versions, which is rumored this year or next year. And then the same thing for Xbox too. And then a lot of the documents were sourced from 2022. So this actually might even be a brand new console. Like if we're just kind of going on full-on rumor mill, this might be just a completely Xbox 2. Like They have weird names, you know what I mean. But like, it's not an Xbox Series X Pro. It just might be like an Xbox Series Z, like Xbox Series 17, whatever weird they come for it. And I'm kind of here for it. Like, it'd be kind of interesting to see like if they don't have the same in tandem launches, how they change specs, what they would do, what the price points, and how it overall changed the gaming ecosphere. Because they usually are competing. But what if Xbox does release their console like 2 years later, but it's slightly better? You know, like maybe people might be down to go roll with it at the end of the day. So saying its most recent earnings, however, Microsoft did say the Xbox hardware sales were down 31% year over year. So that might change the timeline because if they're not making money on it, maybe it not work. Like they might maybe do one last hard shot to go and see what happens and go from there. So we have to see, because we are hearing about rumors about the white Xbox. We're hearing about brand new consoles, and I would like this. Like, I would not be against it. But right now, we're too kind of far away to know. So I want to hear your thoughts if you guys would buy one or not. If you guys like the idea of it or not. Or if you guys are like, whatever, I'll just buy a PC and move on from Xbox. We'd love to hear it. Send me your thoughts and comments down below. We do have the Twitter and Twitch room as well if you guys want to follow. And I appreciate you guys all very much for watching in the first place.